It is that time for my response to a tweet. And today's tweet says, "Hey boy." That was funny to me. Hey boy. Especially coming from a Trump supporter, you know, Mr. Unifier. But anyway. "Hey boy, get ready for President Trump. I'm loving how he's defeating his enemies at the convention." Hey boy, get ready for President Trump. I'm loving how he is defeating his enemies at the convention. Wow. This is so, this is so amazing. But now, check this out. This is how I'm going to respond to this tweet. First of all, you're saying he's defeating his enemies, but he's going to be a unifier. But you look at the people that's there that's saying no to Trump, Republicans and conservatives, that's been this way their whole lives. They're saying no to Trump. Why? Because they know he's just been there temporary, and he's the only vote that he's ever done Republican was for himself. And they're saying this guy is not a conservative or a Republican. So they're saying no. And the ones that have never voted Republican or anything, Democrats that crossed over because of dumbass Rance Priebus and these ridiculous establishment people, never voted Republican, they're saying yes to Trump. See, and you're considering us his enemies. And now the sadder part about this is this. You think this dude is going to beat Hillary. There is nothing in his DNA, there's nothing in his design that says he can defeat Hillary. Nothing. You hate Hillary Clinton so much that you can't even see that this guy can't lay a finger on her. And no, I'm not endorsing Hillary. I'm just looking at our country being sold out. That's all. But then here's the funnier part. Everybody's on Melania Trump's plagiarism. And then the part that's really interesting is I'm watching Rush Limpball's Sean Bending Hannity and Herman Shucky Ducky and Jive Kane validate how this whole thing is a fraud. And I bet you're sitting there wondering, how are they validating it as a fraud? Why? Because they're sitting there pointing out all the liberals who repeat all the liberals' lines or plagiarize each other. And they're saying how nobody gets in an uproar when all the liberals are plagiarizing each other. Here's how they're proving the point that this thing is a fraud. Because Melania Trump is a liberal. She's a liberal, so she's doing what liberals do, plagiarize each other. This is what they do. They steal from me. They come from the same playbook. She went to her inspiration to go get a speech. The people who are writing for her went to their inspiration, liberals, to get her speech. These are people that revere Michelle Obama as some kind of super great accomplishment. And so since they want this first lady to be accomplishment, they didn't go get stuff from Barbara Bush. They didn't go get stuff from Nancy Reagan. They went and got stuff from their queen liberals. It's a fraud. You're even proving my point by thinking that we're the enemies. We're only enemies to liberals. We're enemies to liberals and establishment power-hungry rhinos. That's what makes us the enemy. That's what is the enemy at the Republican convention. Bigger than this. Check us out. If you believe America's getting screwed, who screwed us? Why in the hell are you listening to the same people that screwed you? You need to get some new people to listen to. And here's why. Because we're done. We are finished. This is over with. The Republican National Convention is proving it. Donald Trump is their man. The system's rigged. It's for Donald. When Donald was crying and baby back whining about the system's rigged, it was just as a biggest plot and ploy as you thought Bernie Sanders was going to defeat Hillary. Hillary was their nominee. Bernie Sanders was just making it look good. Donald Trump whining about the system's rigged is just to throw you off to make it look good. The people that's screwing you, Fox News, Rush Limbaugh's, shining, bending Hannity, and Herman Shucky Jucky Jive, and baby back sellout punk Kane are the ones that's screwing you. And I bet you're listening to them right now trying to explain yet again Donald Trump. Donald Trump is there to elect Hillary. We're done. The fix is in. That's what they want is Donald. They're shutting down every American that can get us back to the Constitution and principles. Done. It's Donald Trump. Guess what we have to do, people? We have to, one, pray to God that Cruz does not endorse this dude tonight. Pray to God that Cruz never endorses him. The sad thing about it, since he's speaking on the stage, I would pray to God he would hijack the whole thing and start running for 2020. Don't try to bring this Republican Party together. It's through. Do you know statistics show that when children get molested, it's by people that they know? The statistics show that the majority of the children that get molested are by people that they know. Family members, close friends. If you're feeling molested, you're feeling screwed, you're feeling raped, you're feeling all these things, it's because of people you know. If you want to figure out how we win in 2020, if you want to figure out the tactics that they're going to use to continue to just marginalize Republicans out of the whole American discourse, you better stop listening to the people that you know. Listen to CNN and the liberal networks, because they're going to tell you how they're about to slap the mess and slap the orange peel off of this dude and everybody who's endorsing him. But if you want a chance of getting this country back, you got to stop listening to the ones who's been screwing you, molesting you, raping you, taking all of your principles and propping up Dr. Orange Love. You need to start listening to me and other people. And then take what you've learned and make sure that if I ever sound like what you're listening to now, you stop listening to me too. You stop listening to others. You are being raked over the coals and you are a creature of habit. You are now the low information voter if you're supporting Donald Trump. If you're supporting Herman and Sean and Rush, you are now the new low information voter. You cannot afford to not listen to CNN and liberals. Why? Because they are winning. You can keep listening to losers thinking you're going to change, and you will be just as insane as Herman Cain, doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. Shucky ducky. In between my formerly nicotine-stained fingers is a list of all the dumbass people who listen to me. I kickbox, I do MMA, I know how to do a chokehold, and I'm choking the hell out of Republicans right now because I'm standing up for Donald Trump. You keep listening to them people and you will keep losing. Period. They are not winners. Do not have a bunch of losers trying to explain a bigger loser, because we are going to be the biggest loser. Liberals are winning. They're telling you right now they have Donald Trump's number. It's done. We need to move over to 2020 and get our country back and know that we can do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens us. That means we can even override the fact that Hillary Clinton might elect the Supreme Court judges and all those kind of things. Our God is bigger than any party on the planet. And our founders were brilliant because they put it in the hands of we the people. And what you gotta be looking at is that we the people stop doing what we the people should be doing. And we trusted a bunch of rapists and molesters. The fox in our we the people hen house has us being devoured by the finger airplane landing, orange sun kiss tattooed across his forehead liberal. That's where we're at, people. The ones you know are the ones hurting you. Get to know somebody else. Pick me. Hey, that's my response to a tweet on the Phil Williams Show.